Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Books with BethX here, and today, as you can see by the title, we are reorganising my bookshelves. It's time. We've lived in this house for about just over 2 years now, and obviously the first time I reorganised them was when I moved in and set them up. This is so awkward to hold like this. Yeah, I thought it'd be easier to do this as a vlog style, although I will set up the tripod and stuff for when I'm doing the reorganising. So should we see what the situation is? Let's flip you around. Okay, so we have got two bookshelves. Let me zoom out. We've got two bookshelves down here. We've obviously got gaming stuff, and same on the bottom one. So we've got this bookshelf here. This is mainly sci-fi and dystopian books. And then down here we've got a mix of like YA, romance, non-fiction, and just other bits and pieces like walking guides and things like that, because I like going for walks. And a little poetry book there for some reason too, and also my, what do you call them? These graphic novels as well, and Anne Frank as well apparently. So that's that bookshelf, and then we've got this one over here. So this previously had all our alcohol on. I'll show you where that's gone to in a second, even though you might have already seen it. But this is my fantasy shelf, which was getting very, very overflowing, hence why there's a few up there with good old Darth Vader. And then we've got this, which is just like a mix of everything. Obviously you've got some romance and some like literary fiction, you've got thrillers, you've got historical fiction, you've got like some classics, I guess, and yeah, it's just really random. And then yeah, so this is where actually all the alcohol was moved to. So we bought this drinks cart, I'll crouch down, from Dunelm, because I just wanted to get rid of all the drinks from up there. I needed another shelf, so we got this, and I've just filled it with all of the little alcohol things we got. Oh my god, this bottle here is stunning, and look how cute that is. Can't wait to actually use that when we've actually got people round. We got obviously a nice old Courtney Law's Saints cup. We want to collect some more because this one also is a Saints one, but basically they have this scheme where you every time you buy a drink you sort of put a deposit down on a cup, and then when you return them you get your money back. So we've kept a few, so we want to take like this one and a couple of others we've got back, and just like, yeah, just we put a load of glasses in there, so we've also freed up room in the kitchen, and obviously we'll have little shot glasses, including obviously a Saints one, and then just more alcohol down here, most of which we don't drink, most of which has been given to us by my other half's parents, and these are like non-alcoholic things. They're just things that they've bought from holidays and things. So yeah, we've got that. So yeah, we've got all these books. I basically want to, and all those over there as well obviously, I basically want to unhaul some, give them away or sell them or something, I don't know, I'll decide at some point, and also free up space and organise. I also want to do a rainbow shelf. Now I'm going to preface this by saying I'll flip you around for this bit. So I do not like breaking up series, so I will not be breaking up series to do this, because I know I've got like, that could be good for Green, for example, but she is not, I can't put it back now, this one's really floppy. She is not being separated from her two sister books. It's just not happening. So I'm going to try and do it with all my standalones. And we'll see how it goes. I don't think I've even got most of the colours. Like I did a post on my Bookstagram, which was for Taylor Swift's Speak Now album coming out, which was like a purple themed one, and I had 3 purple books, and one of them is upstairs on my TBR, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll also show you actually the books I got upstairs, because they are all my physical TBR books. I don't really want to stick them in here in case I like lose track of what I've bought, so they are all living upstairs still. I've got a plan for them as well though at some point, but I'll show you that. Oh, and we've got, Chris made the most of Amazon Prime Day and bought even more Lego, so I got him into this. So basically for his birthday I got him the Mandalorian head, because I thought, oh, I need to give him a hobby. He doesn't read. I've tried to get him to read, he just refuses, but he needs something that he can just sit there, shut his brain off and do something that sort of takes your mind away off of things. So I got him Mandalorian, and then he bought himself Darth Vader, and I can show you his collection upstairs actually, I'm sure he won't mind. And then he bought himself these two on Amazon Prime Day. There's one more clone head I think coming, I can't remember the name of it, but he got himself a TIE bomber. And then I'll show you, oh yeah, and also got this on Dunelm as well. Ignore the paint splodges. We're eventually going to do the whole way. We also got this mirror, which looks quite cute. Just need to get a plant for there, which would be an IKEA job. And yes, he also got himself these tiny little ones, and there's obviously Mando, because so we got tickets to go to Taylor Swift Eras Tour next year. We're going to night 1 at Wembley. So if you're there, let me know, and I'll try and look out for you. But basically, there was a TikTok going around that was like, bring in my, whatever this set is called, with me. I'm the only one who's taken my clones with me to the Eras Tour, and now Chris wants to do that, so we'll see. But yeah, so these are all like my new in books, apart from the Shakespeare at the bottom there. Other than Shadow and Bone, I have now read that. But these are all the books I have not read yet. And I kind of don't want to integrate them into my sort of system downstairs. These are like my current TBR, other than that one. That was just in there to fill a space. But these and that and that. And then these are just recently hauled. You can see that on my TikTok if you want to watch it. And these are charity shop as well. Again, on my TikTok if you want to watch it. But yeah, these are ones that I need to make sure I read at some point. I've also got loads on my Kindle now as well. It's like, it's an issue. It's turning into an issue. But yeah, I don't really want to bring those downstairs yet, but there needs to be space for them. And most of them, obviously, you got another Brandy Sandy. We got Vow of Thieves. I've got all the rest of the series there downstairs. We've got Shadow and Bone, which eventually will be with obviously Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, and then the Rule of Wolves, whatever that duology is called. Obviously, I need room for Warrior the Orange Tree and Day of Fallen Night, which I'm currently reading, and just like, that's quite chunky as well, and so is that, to be fair. So it's just, my birthday balloon is still going. I need more space, and I need to get rid of books that are on my shelf that I don't like, and there is a few on there that like I hated. So why do I still have them? I might as well get rid of them, put them on Vinted. I don't know. I'll come up with a plan for that. But yeah, this has been a really long intro, and I should probably get started. So what I'll do is take all my books off the shelves, all the little trinkets and things that are on there as well, take them all off, clean them, and then start reorganising. I kind of want to, I'll go back down. So I kind of want to keep these as sci-fi dystopian, but split dystopian and sci-fi up. Not sure if I've got enough sci-fi to do that, because I've got a lot of dystopian, but we'll see. And then over here, obviously I mentioned doing that one as a rainbow shelf, maybe. And then I was thinking of splitting this into high fantasy and then other fantasy, but I think most of them are I think actually pretty much all of them are high fantasy pretty much, so I don't know if that's possible. So I might just do it alphabetical by author, like I have done already, which I had done here. It's obviously flipped, but we had Kwong, we've got Madeline Miller, you've got Mary E. Pearson, etc, etc. So we'll see what happens, but first job is to remove all the books from the shelves.
Lately it's been really confusing. I just can't understand. You say that you're catching feelings, but I'm always left on red. Ooh, no. And every time we meet, nothing is off. Deep down I gotta say, I'm digging your vibe. Your vibe. There's something, it's the fact you're switching up again. I don't know what's your move. Tell me, baby, what to do. Why are you messing with my mind? First you tell me that you're all mine, then you say you.
Okay, so that's the first one empty. So I picked some to unhaul, so it's just the big job of filling them back up again now, but then also I want to do the rainbow shelf, don't I? So I might start with series, do it by, we'll say dystopian at the top, at sci-fi middle. Then same again at the bottom, the YA shelf maybe. And then do the series first, and then I can come up with a plan for the non-series ones then. So I think sci-fi wise, the first author is usually Becky Chambers, so we'll start with her. And that one would be perfect for the orange, so I'm going to save that one. My only issue with doing Becky Chambers first is that I've got paperbacks for 3 of the books and then a hard cover for the other one, so it's a bit awkward, but I'm going to try and do it somehow. Do it in order.
What's your move? Tell me, baby, what to do?
It's alright, it works quite well for keeping it up. Alright, next sci-fi.
My mind.
Actually looks quite cool, the 2 like sci-fi ones there. I think the rest of my sci-fi are all standalones. Yeah, so we'll leave them to the side for now. Alright, dystopian. There we go, all the series so far, and then got a huge pile of standalones on the floor. YA should be next, shouldn't it? Or should I do non-fiction? Because non-fiction won't really fit into... Yeah, we'll do non-fiction. I think this shelf's going to pretty much look the same as it did before, but... Alright.
I'm digging the vibe. I'm digging. There's something, it's the switching up again. I don't know what's your move. Tell me, baby, what to do. Are you messing with my mind?
There we go. I might not actually keep the last 2 Mallory Blackmans, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see, because the last 2 books I really wasn't a big fan of. I almost DNF'd both of them. They just felt like they were a bit pointless, so yeah. So we'll see. We'll leave it like that for now. So this is where we're at with the floor piles. So that's currently an unhaul pile. Oh, I missed them. I missed some, because that's the series, so that needs to go onto the shelf. If it'll fit, it can go right there. There you go, there's a little space there for another book then. So there we go. That one's looking quite good actually now. It depends if I get rid of those 2. I'll pull them out just in case. But yeah, so those 2 don't fit in that shelf. These are all standalones. So this is all of them. So again, that's potentially for the rainbow shelf. That I'm going to put somewhere else. That's an unhaul pile. So let's get on to this one. Okay, and then here's the current state of the shelf. I just need to take everything off, dust it again, and then we reorganise again.
If you're from the west side, Cali, born and raised, right? From the town with the palm trees and good vibes, you know the best ride, soaking up the sunshine. And we hustle cause we tryna live a good life. I'm driving down the coast, homies in the bag bumping loud. You know, we ain't got no worries. This my own. And I don't plan on leaving. There ain't nothing better than the west side, that's and right. I'm like, ooh, we on the map. We get the bag and they run it back. And I'm like, ooh, we on the map. We get the bag and they run it back. And I'm like, ooh, we know.
Okay, so that's that shelf empty and cleaned. So time to plan putting the series back up there. Most of the series are fantasy, so they'll be pretty much going straight up there at the top, and then any extras will go down there and so on. And then obviously I want that to be a rainbow shelf, so let's see how this goes.
The coast, homies in the bag bumping loud. You know, we ain't got no worries. This my own. And I don't plan on leaving. There ain't nothing better than the west side, that's right.
Okay, so that's my fantasy series up. Don't know whether I'll leave Kiss of Deception like that or not at the minute, but there's quite a few of them. I quite like it when there's some facing forward. I might have to do the same on the other side eventually. But yeah, I'm happy with that so far. Oh no, I forgot Tolkien. That's going on the next shelf then, isn't it? Okay, so Tolkien's up. Should we start with... To be fair, that makes sense to have all classics with that, wouldn't it? So let's put the classics up. I might unhaul a few of these actually.
And they run it back, and I'm like, ooh, we on the map. We get the bag, and they run it back, and I'm like, ooh, we own it. We know what's up. We own it. We know.
So what I really need to think about now actually is... Oh, kicking the tripod. What I need to think about now actually is adding in... doing the rainbow shelf. Okay, so there is where I'm at with the rainbow shelf. I had to pull in... where is it? Witch King, which I haven't read yet, but I'm reading that next, so it's okay. To give it some purple, because I have 0 purple books, which is a shame. I need to get more purple books. I need more purple in my life. But anyway, so that's done. So now I need to do something with this pile of books on the floor and find homes for all of them on the rest of the shelves. So let's go with this shelf first, which we've got some thrillers there, so add the other thriller, any other classics, and yeah, then that'll be done. Oh, and the fantasy up the top, but I don't think there's really any others. Oh, there's Madeline Miller. Okay, cool. We've got a plan.
Feeling good, feeling great, 'cause I got a big old smile upon my face, and you can't take that away. Feeling good, feeling great, and I know today is going to be my day, and you can't.
Okay, so I think that's actually that shelf done. I think. I'll do a quick tour in a second, but yeah. I think that's everything going on that one. For now. Obviously I had to do a slight overflow with the Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm so out of breath. I'm boiling. It's really hot in here. And then we've got my classics that I've stuck together there because I thought they looked better together, and then going across in alphabetical order. Yeah, so happy with that. So yeah, so at the top we've got God Killer by Hannah Kanner, which the rest of the series will go with. We've got the start of my Arifcon collection. We've got the Poppy War series, and then we've got the Remnant Chronicles series. We've got Cersei squeezed in there, and then that's all the Brandon Sandersons. Then we've got my classics, so we've got the Hobbit collection. We've got all of these, The Knights of the Circus, French Tenants Woman, Quite American, and Brave New World. They're all the same vintage classic version. Then we've got Penguin Classics. We've got Invisible Man, which I really want to read at some point. Again, a lot of these, they should really be upstairs realistically, because I've not actually read a lot of these. I was supposed to for university and never did. But anyway, this obviously I have read multiple times, one of my favourites. Again, a university book, I did read that. I also read that. That was quite a good one. If you want to read about trans people, give that one a read. Sort of like historical fiction about a woman who gets with someone who she thinks is a man, and he's a famous trumpet player. I believe it's actually someone in real life that was that. It turns out he was actually born a woman, so he's a trans man. And yeah, it's a really interesting story. Not read that. Don't think I read this. Read this in sixth form actually. Do I even want that? We'll see. For the situation of saving space, maybe I'll get rid of it. We'll see. I did get rid of a few historical fictions actually, didn't I? Unless they're not. A lot of them are down here, to be fair. And then, yeah, obviously a man called Ove in Beartown, which is a series, so I need to read the rest of them. Thursday Murder Club series, and then we talk about Kevin, which is really good. It's about a mum with a psychotic son who actually ends up shooting up a school. And it's really good how it sort of jumps between the beginning and the end. Again, I read this in sixth form. But it jumps between when she first had him and she sort of knew that there wasn't something quite right with him, but then she blames herself for it, it's her fault. But then she has a daughter and thinks, oh no, maybe it is him. And yeah, it's just really good. Highly recommend that, and it's so intense as well. And then yeah, we've got Seven Husbands. I'll add the other Taylor Jenkins Reid books when I get them, because I'm definitely obviously going to read all of them, because I've read Daisy Jones and Six as well, which is down underneath. But yep. And then I thought I'd start it with Babel, because that goes in quite nicely to Burn. So this is obviously the rainbow shelf in its entirety. I'm not super happy with it yet, but we'll see. And then we got Handmaid's Tale, which I need to read the second one for. Song of Achilles, obviously. Underground Railroad, I read that. Was that this year? That was really good. To Be Taught If Fortunate, Becky Chambers. You need to read this. This is like one of her best books. Very intense, very sad and scary. A short story as well, so it's quite easy to read, but yeah. 1984. Obviously, Yellow Face, which I read this month, actually. That'll be mentioned in my wrap-up. I need to do a review video for that as well. Midnight Library, which I really enjoyed, but I've seen a few people not enjoying it recently. Essex Serpent, again, really enjoyed that. It's like sort of... how do you explain it? It's like a classic sci-fi sort of thing set in Victorian times, but it's but a recent release. Like a couple of years old now. Woman in Black, which is my favourite sort of horror. Little Fires Everywhere, enjoyed that. Humans, that's really good. If you want to read a Matt Haig, read that. It's really funny. Kite Runner, I need to read 1,000 Splendid Suns by the author. It's supposed to be really good. God, it kills me holding this phone. It's probably why I'm so tired. Nightingale, oh my god, so good. Very intense. It's a World War II historical fiction about two sisters, one both in France. One stays behind and one decides to join the resistance and fight against the Nazis. So good, but really, yeah, check trigger warnings before you read that. The first 15 Lives of Harry August, really good, Claire North book. I've got her other one on the shelf as well, which will be going up on the other shelf. That's Witch King by Martha Wells, which I haven't read yet. Daisy Jones and the Six, obviously. Breakfast at Tiffany's, which is good, I need to watch the film. Book Lovers, which I loved. Some reason, even though I don't read romance. Meridian by Alex Walker, that's a really good classic as well, actually. Recommend everyone read that. And Kindred, again, another really good, I wouldn't quite classic unless it's a modern one. But yeah, I read that this year. I think it's tied for my favourite book of the year so far. So yeah, do get that on a read. But yeah, that's that first shelf. So let's see. So this is how this shelf's currently looking. So there's a lot of space for all of those on the floor there. That's all my unhaul pile. So it's just those lot that need to go back up. So it shouldn't take me too long. I'm just thinking about it now. Realistically, do I need 2 sci-fi shelves? Don't think I do now, you know, because I don't really have that many. There's a lot of space left, actually, isn't there? Like that other shelf over there is completely full. Maybe I'll move some of my books over there, over here as well, and because I really wanted 2 fantasy shelves, realistically. Oh. Because that's all my, obviously that's all dystopian, and then that's all dystopian, that's all sci-fi, up, because I got rid of quite a lot. Where's June? Is June up there? Oh yeah, June's there. Yeah, maybe I'll have to combine them, and I can play around. A lot of them are the same height actually, which works out quite conveniently. Let's have a play.
Tell me which lane I am choosing. Should I stay or go? 'Cause I can't keep on waiting for something when you still say you don't know. Hell nah. And every time we meet, nothing is off, down, I gotta say, I'm digging the vibe, I'm digging. And something is to switching up again. I don't know what's your move. Tell me, baby, what to do.
I think that's looking a lot better. And then those 2 lead nice. Well, those 3 lead nicely onto the YA section, I suppose. So I can move that up. Then we're almost there. there we go. We've got loads of space for the new books. I need to come up with a plan where all the fancy is going to go. If I show you the other side as well. So obviously that's all sci-fi and dystopian, apart from the YA ones there. Got all my YA books in there, as well as my sort of literary fiction plus my thrillers right there. And then this is all non-fiction at the minute, as well as some graphic novels. That's, other than Day of Fallen Night, is my unhaul pile, which I need to go through and sort. Then we've got all my fantasy up there at the minute, as well as my Tolkien collection. There's a few fantasy down here. Then we've got the classics. They're pretty much all classics actually, aren't they? Apart from one historical fiction, which I guess you can kind of call Seven Husbands historical fiction. I suppose it falls under that. And then I might actually reorganise them so they're in order, but it's fine. And then we got my rainbow shelf, which I'm quite happy with actually, now that I'm reflecting on it. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I just need more purple. The purple is the issue here, isn't it, clearly? But I think that blends quite nicely. I quite like how I've put Kindred at the end there with some red, which then will lead back into the start again, which is quite cool, but it's also white to show the end. So, yeah, it's a start. It's a start. I've done what I can for now. I need to put all my trinkets back up, including Darth Vader. He needs to go back to his current home for now. But yeah, I might do an unhaul video separately, because actually there's quite a lot more books there than I thought there would be. And as I say, I might stick them all up on Vinted, but they'll be like a first come first serve thing. So if you comment on the video and say, oh, I really want to read before I go to sleep, then you'll have like first priority before I stick it on Vinted, basically. And say I'll also put it on TikTok as well. So yeah, I'm glad I've done that. It's been a lot of work. It's taken me about 2 hours, but the long bit's going to be editing this video, let's be honest. I've got more room now. This shelf here is quite tall, so I should be able to fit all the rest of the Brandy Sandies on there eventually, apart from maybe Starlight Archive, because there's still space at the top, but yeah. We'll see. I might have to come up with another alternative plan, maybe put some shelving up here. There's nothing on those walls at the minute, but I'm pretty happy with that. There's enough, well, I wouldn't say there's enough extra space, because we've got the Day of Fallen Night and Priory of Orange Street to fit up here at some point. But I mean, Day of Fallen Night probably will fit down here. It'll take up a lot of the room though. But yeah, I'm happier. I'm happier, so that's the main thing. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this mess of a video. Sort of vlog style video-ish, 2-hour vlog, day in my life video, I suppose. I've enjoyed making it. I think I'm happy with what I've achieved, and yeah, there's room for more books now, and I've got a big old unhaul pile as well, so it's all good. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, give this video a like. Let me know if there's anything you think I should do in terms of the rainbow shelf, like reorganising it, or any ideas you've got, because obviously you're probably more intelligent with that sort of thing than I am. But yes, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.